It did even go jump a little. Nice. Get that settled. Oh, I don't know what that was. All right, we're sitting here in front of the BMW. We're working on all the little stuff. We're going to show you quick everything that we've done in the last 2 weeks on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes...
Everything we filmed. There's so much stuff that, like, we did our best to kind of bring you the highlights. But, yeah.
Yeah, there was just a lot of little stuff. Brake lines, fuel lines, welding things, cutting, all the little stuff that's really boring, painting stuff. But today, we're going to be bleeding the brakes in preparation of getting this on the ground and rolling. So we're going to basically have a rolling chassis today, hopefully. So I don't know if anyone's watched our really early videos, but we have this brake bleeder. You hook it up to your air hose and it just sucks it through.
It's awesome.
It's very quick and easy. This is from Harbor Freight, but this has actually been extremely reliable and great to use. So all you do is we're going to hook it up to the bleeders and we're going to start sucking out brake fluid, and hopefully we get them bled and nice, good feeling brakes. We're going to be putting some heat shield blanket where I took off the old stuff, but this is adhesive, so it's going to stick straight to the firewall. And then we're also going to get the brake lines and everything mounted. I have some Airlon clamps here that we're going to be using for everything. So we're going to put some riv nuts in and then bolt on those clamps. So first we're going to go to do the heat shield, and I'll show you that, and then we'll move on to the clamps. So I got the heat shield mostly on. This stuff was a pain because for some reason I didn't think about it, but it's a fiberglass material and it doesn't stretch like vinyl, which I thought I could stretch it around the curves, but obviously it doesn't do that. But I'll show you. We got it all on there. I had to put a couple pieces over some pieces and it didn't all stick, but it looks pretty good. So we'll see here. There's the heat shield done. This stuff did not conform like I wanted it to. So a lot of pushing, and hopefully maybe when there's some heat, it'll heat up and melt this to there. I don't know, but down there it's coming off, as you could see under the tunnel. So I'm going to have to fix that, but I'm also not worried about it down there. I just mostly wanted it so when you get a look from here, you can see it kind of gives it looks like it's all the way going back, but it's not, which I'm fine with. And then I moved it all the way to the other side where the brake booster. Maybe I should have done this before putting all of this stuff on, but I really didn't need it over there, so I wasn't worried. Mostly just here where the exhaust is, but I think it looks pretty good. There's all black. Now we're going to go on to doing some riv nuts, and you can see I've been mocking up some where these clamps are going to go. I marked a hole here with white, so I'm going to drill this and then get those bolted down and probably do set there and there. Whenever I'm doing riv nuts, I like to make sure I go a little smaller than I think I need and then bring it back up because you want a nice tight fit. You want a nice tight fit for this to go in. So, okay, one more up. Then we should be good. All right, there's one done. All right, now we're gonna get our bolt and put those clamps on. And then there it goes. get to wrapping. You can see it kind of, I don't know what this plug was for. We'll leave it out. Basically, I'm just gonna run all these. I also think in here is the fan. So there's a ground for it, and then this plugs in. I don't know how much I want to rewire things right now because I know this stuff kind of works. If I had time, probably redo some of it, but I'm not worried. We're gonna start from the beginning down here. It's gonna be hard to see, but we're gonna start down here and work our way all the way through. Fabric tape, very similar to what BMW used originally. I just like the look of it more than trying to, like, electrical tape obviously always looks crappy after about 2 seconds. And this stuff lasts really well. It's once it gets a little warm, it sticks to itself really easily. So I'm going to clear off some of this mess I'm in, and we're gonna wrap and run the headlights, get those actually just plugged in, might as well, they're in, and be done with that. So we're just gonna keep going, and this is just gonna be a long, tedious process of getting all these wires nicely wrapped. Looks like we're... Oop. We're gonna just rotate the wheel a little. Make sure it's... Oh wait, make sure my bottle isn't gonna fall. Nope, we're good. Yeah, looks like it stayed pretty much where I wanted it. Okay, here's our cap. And we are done. So yeah, I think this is 140 weight. The heaviest GL4 I could find. Again, this isn't a high temperature speed or whatever you want to call it. It's the gearbox. It just needs some oil in there so metal doesn't grind on metal.
You got it, dude.
All right, so we have the brake reservoir mounted up. Everything's good. All the new lines are there. We filled it. The only thing we can't do right now because there's no clutch, so we don't want to fill it all the way past. This reservoir is for the clutch and the brakes. Eventually, we'll split them up so they have their own reservoirs. But for now, we're just using the single one that it came with. So we can't fill it up all the way because there's no clutch, so it'll just leak out. So we have about halfway full. So we're definitely gonna have Danielle be watching because we're gonna be sucking out a lot of fluid. But all new lines, new connectors, everything's good to go, and we're gonna hopefully not have any leaks. I believe I got everything nice and tight, and this will be the time to find out. Again, we have it full. I'm gonna get the bleeder hooked up, and then we're gonna start sucking out some brake fluid and seeing what we get. All right, we're starting in the back passenger corner. You wanna do the furthest one away from the booster, so that's where we're starting. And just a little 7mm wrench loosens up that bleeder port. And so I loosened it up enough because with this bleeder, you're not going to be pumping it, closing it, pumping it, opening it back and forth. You just open it up and let it suck. So just loosen it up just enough that it can suck out fluid. And let's see what it does. So we're having issues getting the fluid back to this far one. I ended up just pulling the brake line off and then was able to suck the fluid right to it. So now we're just gonna make sure the cylinder's bled. We're gonna do it the old school way. So Daniel's gonna go in and pump it and hold it. And then I'm gonna open it and we'll do that a couple times just to make sure we have all the fluid in the cylinders. All right, so I'm gonna have the air on just a little bit. If you wanna pump and hold. Yeah.
I'm gonna pump like a couple times.
Yeah.
Holding.
All right, do it again.
1, 2, hold.
Ah, beautiful. Okay, that did the trick.
The reservoir.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do 3 pumps and then hold.
Yeah. Yeah.
You let me know when.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Well, Daniel has his finger on the hole of the brake. We found one of the bleeders had a clog, so it wasn't bleeding out right. We shoved some wire through it. Now it's cleared, so we're gonna put this back in, and this should be the last brake. All right, you're good. Okay. Switch.
So we're not sure if it's because there's like almost no brake fluid in the lines, but we are having to actually pump it even with this thing. So
Trying to force the fluid through. I think if we sat long enough with this sucking, it would, but it is just not wanting to pull any of the fluid. Like Daniel said, maybe with all the air in there isn't helping it. Nice. Look at this real quick. All right, so we got them all bled, and it's actually seems like it worked really well. I'm gonna spin the tire. Daniel's gonna hit the brakes, and you'll see how well they stick, and I'll try to move it. Obviously, this isn't the scientific test, but it'll show that they're finally working.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Ready?
Okay, brakes. Oh yeah. Hold it.
Hold it.
Nope. Okay, it's solid. Good job. Go for it. I'll just narrate it. Daniel now is going to be standing in the car, and then I'll join him to try to get what we think will be enough engine weight on the front. Oh, those springs are stiff too. It barely moved.
I'm like 250,
There,
255.
There's another 200. It did even go jump a little. Nice. Get that settled.
Oh,
I don't know what that was.
all right, it was a marker fell here, but I was
hopefully it
worried
looks
for the
good.
hood. Yeah.
All right, I'll get out. Oh, she's looking
It'd be cool to I want to see what it looks like with this bolt in. Just
Yes.
uh,
It's getting there. Wow, it's on the ground finally.
with brakes.
With brakes. Definitely going to need to do some more adjusting on the turning, on the steering, but it's better than it was.
Yeah, for sure, better.
Woo!
Yeah.
So it feels super low just because this car has been like belly button height
right.
for the last year. So this just feels crazy low, but I'm pretty sure this is about where it's sat originally. No, I know it's lower, but like not much lower.
Originally from when you
From
had
when
it?
I had it,
Okay.
and I had some cut
This
springs.
is definitely lower than stock because
Well, 100%.
our friend Buddy has one.
Yeah.
And his, I feel, is like right up here.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I had cut springs on it. These ones are just so stiff, which is what we wanted.
Yeah.
So all that's left is to tune, do some more adjustments on the steering.
There's
But
a lot
that's-
more to do.
Yeah.
But for this stage,
Yeah, and then we're gonna get obviously through the steering when the engine's in. Engine's going in soon. Once it's done, it might be over there halfway built.
yeah.
So
I think more than halfway built, right?
Oh, I definitely think halfway. More than halfway.
Yeah.
All we're left
I
is
think we're like 80 on that.
yeah. All that's left is a couple things. We'll show you next one. But there you go. The car is finally on the ground after 2 years
With brakes.
with brakes
And an e-brake.
and an well, yeah, the e-brake I didn't touch luckily. So it'll still need some time to settle because it's squatting a little more in the rear. But I think when we get the rear
Oh, with the
springs to
engine and
match,
tranny and
yeah.
it'll be.
And if we'll get the rear springs in because that's quick and easy and those will match.
Yeah.
So it might lift it slightly, which I hope not. Maybe even this may go lower over there, but It is definitely now on the ground.
It's got that Carolina what do they call
Squat.
it? The Carolina
Yeah.
squat.
It's sitting up, but man, it just looks so low
Yeah.
since it's been so high.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, that will do it for this episodes of random stuff that we're putting on the car.
Yeah.
We finally got it on the ground. We got the brakes blade, the brakes lines ran, the firewall,
Heat protection.
heat protection done. I mean, all those little stuff that when you're if you ever get this deep into building a car, you understand it just one little thing and you keep finding more and more. But I think we got it all to where it's basically engine goes in, wiring, cooling, and start it. So there we go.
That's it.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.